Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. So I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the soap. It ain't rap, this is soap. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. Hey! Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling no weak. Get the cooking on his beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on his beat till my fucking head numb. Black block, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5 but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. See me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my divorce. Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up, It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. Now this ain't no movement. you could never prevail. Hey, where the truth sit, hey, where warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine is like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my octave gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means, fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grip, 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 go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip, give grip, back up, give grip, give grip, back up, give grip, give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip, 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 take grip. My soldiers take grip till them stand down. Take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip. My soldiers take grip till them stand down.
Name and then go back to StreamYard and do put me on me.
I got you on that.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Lathan Ba'Shem Yahushua to all the sisters. We're the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right, and today is Wednesday, San Antonio, ISUPK San Antonio Wednesday biblical law class, and we are jumping back into those curses because last time we didn't finish out. We didn't even get to half of the curses. We only went about 3 curses. You know what I mean? Because I was breaking it down all the way, and the curses are in the Bible. In Deuteronomy 28, they show you who Israel is, right? Because those curses were Bible prophecy. It didn't turn into to Black and Hispanic and Native American history, right? And that's how you know who we are as a people, because those curses bear record of who we are. Nobody on the planet bears those curses of the Most High for breaking those laws, statutes, and commandments. Nobody except Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're the only ones that bear that record. Nobody else, man. So that's why those curses are very, very important. And that those curses are telling you that if you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord will bless us and we'll be on high above all nations. But if we don't keep those law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord will curse us. Can you turn the AC down a little bit?
Yeah.
It's pretty kind of hot, right? The Lord will curse us, put curses upon us, and punish us for not doing what he says, like any good father. Right? Because if you have a good father, he'll tell you not to do something, and then you don't do it, he'll punish you, put you on punishment. Just the Lord's punishment is a little bit different because he's the creator of heaven and earth. He's the creator of everybody on the planet. He's the creator of everything that you see. So his punishments is a little bit different. He has no ending of time. So he could punish us. He could punish us for 2 or 3 lifetimes. 14 generations he could punish us. You understand that? So those curses are very, very important. And us being the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we show you out of the Bible who the Israelites are, right? Let's start off with Isaiah 1 and 3. Let's start off with Isaiah 1 and 3 because they, in the world, right? In the world, they call us Black. They call us Mexican, Puerto Rican, Venezuelan, Guatemalan, Panamanian, right? They call us Jamaican and Haitian, right? But the Lord calls us the children of Israel. He calls us Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
You said 1 and
1 and 3. Isaiah 1 and 3.
yeah.
All right. The Lord calls us Judah, Benjamin, Levi, right? Simeon, Reuben, Manasseh, Issachar, Asher, Zebulon. The Lord calls us by the names that he gave us. All right. Y'all does everybody understand that the Lord calls us those names? So everything outside of that, that's what the everything outside of that is what the heathen nations call us. The devil calls us. They put their own names on us. You know what I mean? That's another reason why we're lost. Why we don't understand who we are as a people, because when you look in the Bible, there's no Panamanian. You know what I mean? There's no Panamanian, there's no Guatemalan, but there is Zebulon. There's no Mexican, but there is Issachar. There's no black man, there's no Hispanic, there's no African American, but there is Judah. You dig what I'm saying? So now we have to find out who we are biblically. All right. You got that for me?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Right.
The ox knows his owner.
It says the ox knows his owner. What is an ox? An ox is a powerful animal, a strong animal, but it's an animal, nonetheless. You know what I mean? So what the Lord is saying there, that the ox knows his owner. The ox knows who owns him, who his power is. The ox knows his culture. He knows where to go to find a safe haven. Right? The ox knows his owner, right? Which is an animal. Go ahead.
Come, sir. And the ass his master's crib.
Right. What is a crib? What is a crib? We use this word till this day. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What is a crib?
A home.
A what?
Home.
A home, a dwelling place. Right. It says the ass knows his master's crib. An ass is like a donkey, right? Which is a dumb animal. But he also knows where he lives. He knows where his home is. He knows where his safe haven is. Right. So now we have a comparison with an ox and with an ass, right? The ox knows his owner and the ass knows his master's crib, right? Go ahead.
Come, sir. But Israel doth not know.
But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't know. We don't know who owns us. We don't know where to go to get safe haven. We don't know who we are. We don't know where our home is. We don't know where, we don't know. Right, we out here thinking it's Africa and thinking it's this place and that place, but really we're from the land of Israel, right? We think that we was just in Africa one day swinging from trees, butt naked, and then one day the white man came and picked us up, and now he gave us civilization. You know what I mean? That's what we think. But our history is way more richer than that, being a black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, because the people in the Bible are who you descend from. That's who you from. That's where you descend from. And if you don't know that, you're going to know it today, man. You're going to know it today because that's where you find black and Hispanic history out of the Bible. Keep going.
Come, sir. My people doth not consider.
Right. We don't even consider that we are the Lord's chosen people. We don't even consider that we are the greatest thing on this planet. Why don't we consider? Is because we are beaten down and downtrodden every single day. Every single day here on this planet, here in America, in the hells of America, in the world, we are beaten down and we are downtrodden. And also, they changed our names. They call us bywords and proverbs, which is a curse in the Bible. If you didn't know, you're going to find out today. Real talk. That's why Christ said this. Give me Matthew chapter 15 and 24. That's why Christ said this. Because the New Testament is just saying what the Old Testament is saying. It's just reiterating it. But that's why Christ said this, man, because we don't know who we are lost, right? Because we're just out here without a hope and a dream. We think that we African, so we taking on African cultures. You know what I mean? When really our culture is the richest culture on the planet. Wearing your fringes, not eating shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. You know what I mean? Not interracial, no interracial marriage. We have the greatest culture on the planet. And it's about time we pick up our culture and we get back to our culture so we can bring our king back and we can rule this place, man. It's about time we do that. Or we can just continue being a color in the crown box. Black and brown people. You know what the word Indian means? The word Indian means savage. Or we can just continue being savages and spics and niggers. We can just continue to do that. Or we can be Yasha Allah, man. Princes of the power. Princesses of the power. We could be the greatest thing on this planet that the Lord has ever made. We can do that. But we have to come back to our culture. You got that for me?
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
He answered, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right. Christ was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. That's the only place he was sent to. That's the only place. He was sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He was sent to the people that were lost in the world, which is us, because we're the only ones that call ourselves a color in a crown box. We don't call ourselves by our biblical Hebrew names. We don't call, you know what I mean? Somebody else calls us a name and we take hold of that. We can't be African American because that's two continents that are named after two white men. You can't be a Mexican because Mexican means center of the moon. You can't be a center of the moon. You feel me? You can't be those things. But you know what you can be? You can't be Judah. You can't be the praise of the Most High, man. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? You can't be those. You can't be that. You could be Yasha Allah, man. You could be princes and princesses of the power, man. Give me Matthew 10 and 5. Oh, I want to say that's it, man. I want to say it's 10 and 5. It might be. Yes. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions.
Right. The following instructions.
Mm-hmm.
What Bible are you in?
I'm in the.
You need to be in the King James version.
Yeah, I am. I think that's just hold on, wait, I got you. Do not go unto the road of the Gentiles or enter any town of the
Samaritans. Not is any city of these Samaritans. Go back. I don't know where my Bible is. It's somewhere though. I'm gonna keep talking. It could be over there straight ahead on the what's the name. And grab an apocrypha also. And so we are the creme de la creme, man. We are the top, we're in the top spot. Right now we're just at the bottom because we didn't follow those law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us. You know what I mean? That's why Christ told his disciples to go to the lost sheep of the house of the Israel. Go to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He didn't tell them to go. He didn't tell them to go to anybody else. That's where he told them. He told them to go to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go to the ghettos. Go to the barrios. Go to the reservations. Go to where they dwell at, man. Because anywhere else you go, you're gonna reach. What do you call them? Heathen nations. Because they might have businesses in your neighborhood, but they don't live in your neighborhood with you. When the last time you went to the middle of the hood and seen a so-called white person living there? You know what I mean? Even their trailer parks are not in the hood. They're on the outside, on the outskirts of the hood. They out, you know what I mean? You got that?
You said 5.
10 and 5. Matthew 10 and 5.
Okay, I got it.
Go ahead.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Right. It says go not unto the way of the Gentiles. So it's telling him not to go into the other nations, man. Don't go into the heathen nations. That's what he's telling them. Jesus sent forth those 12, right? To those disciples of his. He sent them to the 12 tribes of Israel. Don't go to the Gentiles, but go where? And says, don't enter. Go ahead.
and into any city of the Samaritans.
Right, and don't enter into any city of the Samaritans. Don't enter into those cities. But do what? Brother.
Ye not.
Yeah, and enter ye not.
Enter ye not.
Yeah, but rather go.
But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which is you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Which is you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Go to you, man. Why does he want them to go to the lost sheep? Because the lost sheep are the ones that don't know who they are. They don't know that they descend from the greatest people on this planet. They think they're Africans. You know what I mean? They think they're Hamites, when really they are Yasha Allah, man. They are princes and princesses of the power. From there, man, let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, yeah, let's go to Deuteronomy 28, bro. We good. I was gonna get into something else, but we good.
Which one?
Deuteronomy 28. We can start at verse 1. Is there any questions online?
Nah, not right now. Just people checking in.
Most High in Christ. Keep on checking in, y'all. That's Most High in Christ.
I got it here.
Go ahead, read it whenever you're ready.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Right.
And it shall come to pass.
Right. It says it shall come to pass. Remember, this is in the future. Right. So some of this stuff hasn't happened yet. But some of this stuff has happened yet in Deuteronomy 28. That's why they're called curses. You feel me? But these are the blessings that we're going to get after the curses. When we start keeping law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, this is our blessings that we're going to get. You know what I mean? I know everybody likes blessings. I like blessings. You like blessings? Yeah, everybody loves blessings. But to get blessings from the Most High, you have to do something. This is not the Christian church where you can just go there and yes, pastor, and clap your hands and then go be wicked and think you're going to get blessings. No. Go ahead.
For the one concert. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto
Right.
the book.
Right. The word hearken means to listen. And it says diligently. So it means like listen closely. You feel me? Pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. That's what that's saying. Keep going, Oxalak.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right. Unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Right. And to the voice of the Lord thy God. Listen very, very closely. Where do you find the voice of the Lord thy God? And where? In the scriptures. In the Bible is where you find it. In the Bible is where you find it. Not at the mouth of the Christian pastor. You feel me? That's why when we hear, we go through the Bible and you hear more Bible scriptures in class, in one class, than you heard your whole life in the Christian church. Because they read one scripture, close it, and now they're just free. They freestyling. That's what we call it, right? Freestyling. They freestyling for a whole 30 minutes and aha and ha. That's what they do. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we teach the voice of the Lord thy God. That's why we have classes 7 days a week. You feel me? 7 days a week. And you can ask questions in this class. You don't have to you don't have to be quiet. You can ask questions. You can raise your hand and wait and get called on and ask a question and get your question answered. That's heavy. Because when you ask a question to the Christian church, they're going to say, you can ask Jesus in the parking lot on your way home. You can ask Jesus in the parking lot on the way home, but make sure you pay them tithes. Make sure you put that money there. Make sure you put that money in that bucket. So, because pastor got to have him a nice house. And the pastor got to have him a nice car. But don't ask me no questions. You feel me? That's what they say. But you have to hearken diligently unto the Lord. So you got to pay close attention to what he's talking about. And you have to read these scriptures. Study to show thyself approved. Go ahead.
Sir. To observe and do all his commandments.
That word observe is what? Is what does that word observe mean?
To comprehend.
Okay. You got it. To comprehend. You got it, or you the first answer. To comprehend, to understand. That's what that observe means. To comprehend, to understand. Keep going.
Sir. And to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
And to do all his commandments, not know his commandments. You can know his commandments and not do one of them, but you have to do his commandments. Right? That's what the Christian church don't do. They might know thou shalt not kill. And they should know thou shalt not covet. Well, you tell that preacher's wife, you tell that preacher not to be coveting brothers' wives then. Because that's what he does. They might know that the Lord said pork is an abomination, but that don't stop them from selling them pork chop plates after church. It don't. You have to have a morality. You know what I mean? A higher moral standard. And moral means being right, the difference between right and wrong. You know what I mean? Knowing the difference between right and wrong. That's what morals mean. And the only way you find the difference between right and wrong is by looking at the laws of God. Because that's where you find the what's right, meaning righteous. And that's what you find what's evil, meaning wrong. The Lord gave you life and death. Life is doing what you get life by doing what's right, and you get death by doing what's wrong. And you only find that in the Bible. That's why there's so much death out here now. Because everybody wants to choose the wrong way. They want to close the Bible after reading 2 words of it. And then they wonder why they found 40 people in the back of a trailer dead. You know what I mean? Yeah. They wonder why they found a dead. You think there's going to be that kind of death in the kingdom of heaven? I don't think there's going to be that kind of death. I know there's going to be death in the kingdom of heaven, because when people don't do what the law says, you know what I mean, heads got to roll, especially with the heathen nations. Heads got to roll. But there's not going to be nobody trying to escape from the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? Even the slaves are going to be happy that we're in rulership, because at least they get a day off, which we never got. Keep going, Oxalot.
Sir. That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
On what?
On high.
And he's not talking about a blunt. If you keep the law, statutes, and commandments and hearken diligently and do them, the Lord will set you on high. And he's not talking about a blunt. He's not talking about popping pills. And he's not talking about doing cocaine. And he's not talking about drinking lean. You know what I mean? The Lord is not talking about that kind of high. You're gonna be high, all right, but not that type of high. Keep reading it.
Sir. Above all nations of the earth.
You're going to be set on high above all nations of the earth. You're going to be in rulership. You're going to dictate to other nations what they can and what they cannot do. You're going to be the greatest thing on this planet, man. You're the one that's gonna tell them they got to put away all this and do this. Instead of them telling you got to celebrate Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, you're gonna tell them you have to celebrate Passover. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Most High and Great, you gotta celebrate Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the blowing of the trumpets, memorial, the blowing of the trumpets, the Feast of First Fruits, Hanukkah, the rededication. You have to do that. You have to keep the Lord's Sabbath day. That's what you're going to be telling these other nations. Most High in Christ for that. Most High in Christ for that, man. Barakatah Yahweh Shai for that. Keep going.
Come on, concert. And all these blessings shall come on thee.
The what? All these what?
Blessings.
All these blessings shall come upon thee, man. You're going to be blessed beyond your wildest dreams. You can't even fathom everything that you're going to be blessed with. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. But first, you have to keep those law, statutes, and commandments to get these blessings. We've been breaking law, statutes, and commandments forever since you were born. We've been breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, and we've been cursed ever since. Before that, we were cursed. We've been cursed ever since, and we're getting cursed even more now. Our older getting shot up in grocery stores, our younger getting murdered at school, at the schoolhouse, our younger getting murdered. And in between that, you're getting murdered or you're getting suffocated in the back of a trailer trying to escape the hells of Mexico. You know what I mean? It's just death everywhere around you. People are getting shot up everywhere, gang beefs and all this because we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. We don't. But we do everything else. We follow the heathen nations. We follow whatever they say. We want to wear dreads, smoke weed, pop pills, do cocaine, drink lean. You know what I mean? It's just we want to celebrate Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and Juneteenth. How you want to celebrate 4th of July and Juneteenth? You want 2 Independence Days? You want 2 days where how you do that? Because 4th of July is coming up. How do you celebrate both? That's what we want to do, though. That's what we want to do. When the Lord gave us days to celebrate, and it's in the laws. It's in Leviticus 23rd chapter. But we don't want to keep that. We were like, the hell with what the Lord says. That's what that's our attitude. The hell with what the Lord say. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Hold that. Give me Proverbs 3 and 5. I think it's 3 and 15. Lean not to thy own understanding. It's 3 and 5. Right.
Trust in the Lord with all thy heart.
Yep.
Color One Concert. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Right. We don't trust in the Lord with all thine heart. We don't trust in the Lord with all our heart. We trust in the other nations with all our heart. Because whatever master say, we do. Yes, sir, master. You know what I'm talking about? What's wrong when master cough? What's wrong, boss? We sick. We trust in them other nations so much that we'll celebrate what they celebrate because they tell us to celebrate it. You know what I mean? You know how many people tell us that we know Christmas is a pagan holiday, but I do it for the kids. Why don't you teach your kids to be better than you? Well, what's wrong with teaching your kids to be better than you? So if you know it's pagan and you just teaching and you just doing it because of the kids, you're setting your kids up for failure. Basically, that means you really don't believe in the Christian church. You dig what I'm saying? You really don't believe in that. You said what? What do you mean? How long is that? Go ahead and do your thing. Well, nah, you good. Well, but this brother here, he got his baby in class right now with him. And now he has to go change the baby's diaper because that's what a real father does. Teaches his kids the right way to do things. He doesn't teach his kids Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving. He teaches his kids the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. That's what he teaches them. Give that brother a hand for that. Give that brother a hand for that. What do you teach your kids? How to smoke weed? How to bring different men inside of their houses, inside of your house? In and out every week. What do you teach your kids? What do you teach your kids? Teach your kids how to be a perfect stoner. You know what I'm talking about? How would you teach your kids how to be a good stoner? Teach your kids all the drugs, how to chop up drugs and sell drugs. What do we teach our kids out here in the world? How to be homosexuals, how to be transgender. We're not teaching them what the Lord tells us. That I know that for a fact. Because if we did, our kids wouldn't grow up to be gangbangers and to be whores, homosexuals, and to be unruly children. Because that's what they are out here. That's what our kids are. They're unruly children, and they don't give a damn what their parents say. But here in this school, and as for me and my house, we're gonna serve the Lord. We're going to serve the Most High, man, and we're not gonna lean on to our own understanding. We're gonna lean on to the understanding of the Most High, which is found in that Bible. We're gonna follow our King Yahushua. And our King never celebrated Christmas or Easter or any pagan holiday. But you know what he did keep? He did keep Passover. You know what he did keep? He did keep Feast of First Fruits and he also and he did keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He kept the rededication. He kept Hanukkah. Our King never sinned. We're teaching our kids sinning, how to sin. And we teach them that from a very, very young age, man. But that's because we're leaning onto our own understanding. So we're not really doing it for our kids because we don't want our kids to perish and die and keep on going through these curses that we went through. We would teach them the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Train up a child in the way he should go. Right? But we don't. We don't do that. We let our kids run amok and we pass them through the fire. We pass them through the fire. We teach them the tradition of men. We don't teach them the tradition of the Lord. And for that, the Most High, the Most High will kill our kids also. Y'all seen that a couple weeks ago in Uvalde. Most High killed them. Kids died, lost their life, little babies, and that's our fault. That's their parents' fault because their parents wasn't teaching the law, statutes, and commandments. For what I know, the kids in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge that are in class are safe. They're home safe. You know what I mean? They're safe. Like a baseball player sliding in the home plate, safe. But your kids aren't safe. That's why every time they go out somewhere, you're worried about them. Good. Let's finish off that scripture. Proverbs 3 and 5. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs.
You can start at 1.
3 and 1?
Yep.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 1. My son, forget not my law.
He said what?
Forget not my law.
Right. So he said, my son, forget not my law. Right. Every time you ask a Christian, right, what's your nationality? They say, I'm a child of God. Well, the Most High just told you his son, and also for his daughters also, do what?
Not forget my law.
Don't forget his law.
Forget not my law.
Don't forget the Most High's law. He just told you it's my sons and my daughters. Don't forget the laws of God. Keep going.
But let thine heart keep my commandments.
Right. You always say the Lord knows my heart. The Lord knows my heart. The Lord just said, make sure your heart, meaning your mind, right, keep those commandments. That's what the Lord just said. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Keep going.
One concert. For length of days and long life.
Right, for length of days and long life. You know why we die at the age of 52? Ayalaman brought it out yesterday. Right, not keeping the laws. There we go. By not keeping the laws, we die. We don't keep the laws, we die. That's it. It's that simple. All right, the Lord said, I set before you today life and death, man. You can choose life or you can choose death. They say freedom, free choice. There's no free choice. You either choose life or choose death. But there's no such thing as a free choice, man. Not in the Bible. The Lord said you can do what I say and live, or you can not do what I say and die. And you see much of death nowadays with your children and with people in the world. You see much of death. Every time you turn on the news, somebody's dying. There's death everywhere. But, you know, here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we teach brothers and sisters how to live and how to teach their children how to live. That's what we do. That's what it is, man. Is that it on that one? Go ahead.
In peace shall they add to thee.
And peace shall they add to thee. So they got peace now. Ooh-wee. Now they have peace. How many Black, Hispanic, and Native American people have peace outside of this school? Not many. I'm going to say nobody. I don't care if you're rich, filthy rich. A filthy rich Black, Hispanic, and Native American man still needs drugs to survive. That's why they have so many drug overdoses. As Whitney Houston. As Michael, Michael K. White. Is that his name? Michael K. White. Omar from the Wire. Ask him. He had a drug overdose. He was rich. The drug overdoses. Ask Prince. Ask Michael Jackson. Oh, you can't ask him because they died from drug overdoses. They can be filthy rich and still not have peace in their life. So money does nothing for you. But you know what does something for you? Getting in class, knowing who you are, serving the Lord. Then you'll be safe. Like a baseball player sliding in the home. Go ahead, keep going.
Come on, concert. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them
Wait, it says, let not mercy forsake thee.
Let not mercy and truth forsake thee.
Right. Let not the mercy forsake you. Just because the Lord shows you mercy does not mean that you're doing the right thing. Don't let that forsake thee. Don't let that forsake thee. The only place you can find that really truly get mercy from the Lord is here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, in class, by learning how to serve the Most High. Keep going.
Come on, concert. Bind them about thy neck.
Right. Keep going.
Write them upon the table of thine heart.
Right. Talking about those laws, statutes, and commandments still. Always keep them with you. Or you cannot keep them with you and you can be the next victim in a grocery store shooting, or you can go to the Christian church and be the next victim of Dylan Roof's little brother. It's that simple. Or you can go gangbang and be the next victim of Pookie and Ray Ray. Keep going.
21 concert. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding.
Right. So you're going to find favor in good understanding. And where do you find that good understanding at? In the Bible. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Because that's what we teach. It's the Bible. The truth of the Bible. And we've been doing this since 1969. Keep going.
Sir.
Find favor in it. To be your favorite thing.
Understanding in the sight of God and man.
Right. Understanding the sight of God. Hell, reading that Bible, you understand man also. Why they're so wicked. Why they just like doing the most wicked thing. Keep going.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
There it is. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. The Lord knows my heart. The Lord knows my heart. The Lord's telling you to trust trust in the Lord with that heart that the Lord knows. Right? Keep going.
Sir. And lean not unto thine own understanding.
And lean not to thy own understanding, but lean on to the understanding of the Most High. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. The Lord's cutting every Christian right now. Talking about the Lord knows my heart. The Lord just cut every single Christian in the world. Every single pastor. Every single is Muslim person. Everybody that's not in this school, he just cut them to their soul. Is there any more on that?
No, just 6, 7, 8, and
No,
9.
we can go back to let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. Let's go to 15 now, because verse 1 said that if we hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, all these blessings should come upon us, and he will set us on high above all nations on the earth. Ooh-wee. 28:15. Ooh-wee. Now you're finna get into these curses. Well, now we're finna get into these curses, and we're finna see who bears record of these curses. Because these curses don't bear record of everybody, but it does bear record of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You're going to learn that today, man. You're going to learn that today. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
Right, but it shall come to pass. Right? So this is a future prophecy. Right? Now most of these prophecies have happened. Right? Most of these prophecies have happened. So now it became Black and Hispanic and Native American history. Before 5,000 years ago, when Moses was writing this down, this was prophecy, and prophecy came to pass. But it's just who did it come to pass to? It didn't come to pass to everybody. That fake Jew, the so-called Jewish man that lives in Israel right now. These curses don't bear his record, but it does bear record of somebody of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now you're finna get into it. Let's go.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of thy Lord.
It says, if you did not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. If you didn't listen to what the Lord was telling you, which we don't. We don't. That's why our neighborhoods are so full of crime and drugs and abortions. Because we don't listen to what the Lord says. That's our attitude. We don't give a damn what the Lord says. That's our attitude to the one creator. The creator of heaven and earth. That's what we say. We don't give a damn what you say, man. That's basically what we're telling the Most High. The one that kills and the one that makes us alive. We tell him we don't give a damn. We tell him we don't care about what Christ died on the cross. By smoking that weed, that's what we tell him. By being a whore, that's what we tell him. By men sleeping with women and leaving women, that's what we tell them. We don't give a damn what you say. We don't care about what you say. That's why our neighborhoods are full of death and destruction. Keep going on.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Right, to understand and to do all of his commandments. Would you say comprehend? to comprehend all of his commandments and to do all of his commandments. Go ahead.
One concert. To do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Right. He commanded us that day. The Lord didn't ask us. It was no suggestion box like the Christian church. It was no free choice. He commanded you to do it. An order. You don't want to follow orders, huh? No sweat. When Christ comes back, he's going to follow the order to put us to death. If we don't want to follow those orders. It's not a game. It's not a joke. This is very serious. And the priests and prophets are very serious about the work of the Lord and about bringing you the word of it. That's why every time you see us, there's those smiles on our face. We're not laughing and joking. We're being very, very serious. Keep going on. So, hold on. People are dying. Kids are dying. Old people are dying. They're dead. Your people. You say you love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans so much, right? You say you're down for your people so much, right? Well, be down for your people. Only way you can be down for your people is by getting in class and staying in class. Getting some numbers behind your name, getting a Hebrew name and getting numbers behind it. And going out to do the work of the Lord. That's the only way you can do that. Or you could be another one of those dead ones out there. The Lord put us here for you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and your wives and your children. That's who the Lord put us here for. And nobody else. Or you can say the hell with us, and you'll be the next one dead. Go ahead, man.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right.
All these curses shall come upon us and overtake us. It's been happening already. It happens already. And if we don't have our head up so far up our behinds, we would know that. But no, we're just trying to find the next blunt to smoke, the next whore to have sex with, the next brother to murder, the next drug to sell, the next mushroom to take, the next pill to pop, the next hell day to celebrate, the next heathen pagan hell day to celebrate. That's what we're waiting on. So we can go out and have a 3-day weekend and be happy we have a 3-day weekend because 4th of July is then, and we could be all at the club partying and then go have sex with a random person, get pregnant, and then go abort our babies. That's what we're waiting on. Well, Hot Girl Summer is canceled. Brother, you thought you was gonna sleep with that woman and she was gonna not get pregnant, but now she got pregnant. Well, now you can't give her money to get an abortion because the abortion clinics are closed. It's not a game. It's a very serious matter. These curses are upon us and have been overtaking us. Only way you get rid of those curses is here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's the only way. Keep going on.
Come on, sir. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
It says, cursed shall you be in the city. Every city in America where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans dwell. We're in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations. And in those cities, right, they're like little Iraqs everywhere. You ever just in Chicago, they call Chicago Chirac. They're like little Iraqs everywhere. Everybody's being murdered. It's a war-torn little community. Murders happen every day. Every day. Go ahead.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Ask my Hispanic brothers about being cursed in the field. Right now, they still pick tomatoes for 79 cents a day. Being cursed in the field. You were cursed in the field back in the day, black man. But our Hispanic brothers are cursed in the field now. Right now, 79 cents a day. They're picking tomatoes and oranges. Right now. Why in the inner cities they're murdering each other for drug territory. Right now. Right now, while World War III is on the brink. Right now, while they're murdering each other for drug territory, the next Peter Gentrick is looking for the next grocery store to murder your grandparents and your parents at. But you want to fight over drug turf. You want to fight over gang territory. Where Peter Gentricks are going into your neighborhoods and murdering your grandparents. Good night. Go ahead. I'll keep going. Salaki.
Curse shall be thy basket and thy store.
It says, curse shall be thy basket and thy store. If you own a store, it's going to be cursed. Your basket's already cursed. If it wasn't for food stamps, you wouldn't eat. If it wasn't for food stamps, you wouldn't eat, black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American woman. Everything you put in your basket is killing you anyway. It's full of GMOs, high fructose corn syrup. You're dying from it anyway. Because it's not good food. You don't even know how to cook without Hamburger Helper. Keep going on.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
Right. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land. Right. Everything you eat has GMOs and pesticides and everything else that they put in the foods. Everything is meant to kill you. Everything. Keep going.
Increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep.
Right. Keep going.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in.
Right.
And cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Right. Curse shall be when you going out. Where you going to go? You can go into the streets. If you're not coming to this school, to the ISUPK, you're going to be dead. You're going to die. Where are you going to go into? The Christian church? You're going to go into the Christian church, and Dylan Roof's little brother is going to go in there and have Bible study with you and then turn around and shoot everybody in the church. Where are you going to go into? A grocery store, an elementary school, a hospital? All of those get shot up. This day and age. They got a song talking about they scared to go outside. They should be scared to go outside. Everybody gets murdered there. Nobody's getting murdered in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Because before you come through those doors, you get searched to make sure you have no weapons. Because we take the safety of our children, the safety of our wives, and the safety of our brothers too serious. Because it's just that serious out here. Life is just that serious out here. We go to the grocery store, somebody's on Shamar. Somebody's on watch. Even if you're by yourself, you're still on watch. Because you know how dangerous the world is. Our sisters just don't walk out of class and go to their car. Brothers escort them because we care about our sisters' lives and their children's lives. We look after our brothers' wives as if they're our own. We look after our brothers' children as if they're our own. Keep going.
Cut one concert. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing viction and rebuke in all thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
Read that one more time. Read it better.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing.
Right. He's going to send upon us cursing. Curses. That's what this. You think it was a blessing that those old people got killed at Tops grocery store? You think it's a blessing that those kids got murdered out there in Uvalde, Texas? You think it's a blessing that those people got shot up in the Christian church? You think that's a blessing? You think everything you're doing, okay, well, since it hasn't hit me yet, everything I'm doing is okay. Well, next is going to hit you. It's going to be you next. Keep going.
Vexation and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
Right. Correction is going to be there. Keep going.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until what?
Thou be destroyed.
Until you be destroyed, man. Yes, the Lord destroys too. Terrible power. Christian church be like, God is a God of love. Where was the love for the brothers and sisters at Tops and those children in Uvalde? Where was the love for that Christian church in North Carolina, South Carolina? Where was that love? Martin Luther King was a reverend pastor, right? He was Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., whatever, right? Where was the love for him when he got murdered? Because the Lord killeth and the Lord maketh alive, man. The Lord does all. It's about time we change our mindset. They say the Lord is love. By the looks of it, the Lord don't love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans because we're always getting murdered. We're always getting, always having our children aborted. Child support. Gangbang. Pookie shot Ray Ray. Ray Ray shot, but Pookie shot Ray Ray, and then somebody came and shot Pookie, and it never ends. The death in our community never ends, man. They need to change that thought pattern. They got to be renewed by the be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Keep going, all right.
Got a one concert. And until thou perish quickly.
Until what?
Thou perish quickly.
We're going to perish quickly. It's going to be a quick perishing, a quick death. Off with his head. It's going to be a quick perishing. When that devil got out the car at Tops grocery store, he killed 3 people with 3 shots. Quickly. Poo, poo, poo. Before both feet was out the car. Before both feet was out the car, he killed 3 people. Ooh-wee. While we worried about drug turf. We're worried about gangbang turf. We're worried about smoking weed, popping pills, having sex with whores. Sisters worry about, oh, I just want to somebody to slut me out. You have you seen that? Have you seen things like that on Facebook? When
I've heard of that term before, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they talking about. I just want somebody to slut me out. Your grandma's dying. Your children are dying. And you want somebody to slut you out. Oh my goodness. Keep going, all right, Salaki.
Sir. Because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Because of what?
The wickedness of thy doings.
We're going to perish quickly because of the wickedness of our doings. Because we want to be slutted out. And because the brothers want to slut them out. Because they want to be slutted out and then go get abortions. Because they want to do drugs. Because they want to celebrate Christmas, 4th of July, Easter, Thanksgiving. Because the wickedness of their doings. And they're teaching their children to be the same type of wickedness. Ooh-wee. Go ahead.
Whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Right, because we have forsaken the Most High. We have forsaken those laws, statutes, and commandments. We have forsaken our culture. We did it. That's us. We do that every single day. And that's why every single day we die or we know somebody that died and we're close to the death. Every single day. Every single day. Brothers drink so much lean, they start having seizures. They don't stop drinking lean. They just keep on drinking lean until they die. Because they don't care. They forsake the Most High. You think the Most High is not going to kill anyone? You gotta go to the bathroom. Go ahead. And you think the Most High is not going to kill anyone? Most High kills a lot of people, man. The Most High kills a lot of people, man. The Most High is not. It's no game. It's not a joke. It's not for play. It's for real. It's for real. And our lives bear record of it because we die every day. And we know people that die every day. Heart attacks. Complications of diabetes. High blood pressure. That's what happens to us. That's what happens to us. And it's because we don't want to do what the Lord says. Next thing is monkeypox. Monkeypox is coming to kill and destroy because everybody wants to be a homosexual. Women want to have sex with women, and men want to have sex with men, and everybody don't want to be a male or a female. They want to be binary. Is that what it's called? Non-binary. They want to be transgenders and all that. Well, your son is going to want to be a woman, and your daughter is going to want to be a man. And now because you tell them they can do it, they're going to do it. Because you don't teach against it, they're going to do it. Because you get to do whatever you want to do, they get to do whatever they want to do. Children will be your oppressors because women rule over them. Because you kicked the father out the house. Keep going, Salaki. I'm just Salaki.
Because of the wickedness of thy doings,
right?
Whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Right.
The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee for off the land.
Hold that. You got your phone?
Yeah.
Google pestilence. Let's get an understanding of what pestilence is. I got nothing but time. I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to bring Christ back. You know what I mean? We just trying to bring Christ back. We have nothing but time. While we're trying to bring Christ back, everybody's trying to die. And we're trying to live and bring Christ back. Everybody's waiting on Christ to come back. And the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge are trying to bring our king back. And when we bring our king back, we're going to deliver the world into his hands. Look, sir, where you was going, we tried to conquer this. Oh, snaps. Like, when we was going, we conquered this, we conquered that, we conquered this, we conquered that. And Christ was like, oh, well, let's finish the conquering. You know, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm talking about my enemies, bring them hither. I'm talking about enslave them before me. That's the type of time Christ is on. Go ahead.
Pestilence, a fatal epidemic disease, especially bubonic plague.
A bubonic
Plague.
Read that one more time.
A fatal epidemic disease.
A fatal epidemic disease. And then it says especially bubonic plague. That's all I wanted on that. The water. Pestilence. Isn't that the coronavirus pestilence? What about monkeypox? Is that pestilence? Ain't that pestilence? Well, what else? AIDS? Pestilence. That's pestilence. Don't die. But the Lord said he's going to bring that upon us. Ooh-wee. The whole world shut down because of coronavirus. And now they're just now opening its doors again. And while they're opening its doors, World War III is on the brink. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. While we're opening the doors, while everything is opening back up from coronavirus, everything's going to get shut down again because we're going into World War III. Ooh-wee. The Most High, there is no break for this kingdom here. There's no break. You're looking at the end of it. You're looking at the end of it. Gas prices is on the rise, and everything else is on the rise also. A 60 cart of eggs used to be what, $8? It's $15 now. Damn near double the price just for eggs. And then some of those eggs have the bird flu, right? That's what they had in New York. They had a mass outbreak of the bird flu from the eggs. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. They told you that there was a shortage on chicken wings, but not a shortage on chickens. What? That don't make no sense. Now there's a shortage on chicken also. Almost 300, 400 cows died the other day. There's going to be a shortage on beef. Ooh-wee. Fish have been dying. They've been just turning up dead. Whew. You're not going to have any food to eat. Locust is running wild on your crops. We're not going to have no food to eat in a minute. But we worried about abortion. You're worried about wanting to abort your babies. That's what you're worried about. All right, no sweat. Keep worried about that and let everything else sneak up on you. And then when the time comes and you have no food to eat, who are you going to go to? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? Keep going, Oxlock.
I don't want concert until he have consumed thee for off the land.
Right.
Whether thou goest to possesses it.
Right. Keep going.
The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption.
Right. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption. Keep going.
And with a fever.
And with a fever, right? Keep going.
And with an inflammation.
An inflammation. That sounds like boils to me. That sounds like boils. That sounds like a skin disease and all that. That's what that sounds like. Hell, inflammation in the chest, huh? Yeah. Ain't that what's that called? COVID-19. Yeah. That sounds like COVID-19 right there. Inflammation, that's in the chest. When you was coughing and your lungs was all swollen up, you could barely breathe, and a fever, that's the first signs of it. Keep going.
Kind of one concert. And with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew.
Ugh. Boy, we're going to die from a lot of things. We've been dying from a lot of things. We're going to die from more. What number are we at?
We're on 22.
Well, we're just on 22?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, man. Jump up to 28. Goodness. We just on 22.
I'm there. You want me to read?
Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness.
The Lord going to smite thee with madness and blindness. Madness and blindness. And we're not talking about just being, we're not talking about being mad and being blind. We're talking about being like mad, like how can I put it? Madness, like murdering your brother, right? And then going back and murdering your brother in the store and going back to finish your order to finish your order at the counter. That's madness. And blindness, we're already blind because we think the white man is so great and so powerful that we do whatever he says. We're blind to the fact that we are Israelites, that we are the greatest people on this planet. We blind that when you murder another brother, it's like murdering Christ. We're blind at the fact that abortion is murdering a child. We're blind at that. We're blind at that. Keep going.
Go to one concert. And astonishment of heart.
An astonishment of heart. Keep going.
And thou shalt grope at noonday.
We're going to grope at noonday. So it's going to be noon outside and we're going to be sad, groping, because our life sucks. And our life does suck. That's why everywhere you look on social medias, everybody's drinking and getting drunk and getting high because their life sucks. And they don't know what to do. Meanwhile, at the same time, they walk past us on the streets. But they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do, but they walk past their solution every camp day. Right now, we're teaching class, and they scroll right past it. Every class. Keep going.
Come to one concert. As the blind grope in darkness.
As the blind grope in darkness, right? So if you're blind and it's dark, do you notice? So they're always going to be groping, always going to be sad. They're never not going to be sad. Because they know there's something wrong. They just don't have the solution. But then they walk by the solution every day. That's why they get drunk and high. So they cannot hear the solution. They can forget the solution. They can hear us be like, man, that sound right. That sound about right. That sound about right. Then we say, no, the Lord, you can't smoke weed. Oh, no, I ain't taking my weed smoking away from me. You're gonna die for weed smoke? That's what's going to stop you from ruling the kingdom of heaven. I used to look at Facebook, right? And they was talking about don't let smoking weed stop you from making $23, $25 an hour and stuff like that, right? Right? Don't let weed smoke stop you from ruling the earth. Don't let Christmas stop you from ruling the earth. Don't let that stop you. Because if you let that stop you, you're just a fool. A fool. Keep going.
I don't want concert. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
And you're not going to prosper in your ways. Drug dealing, you're not going to prosper in it. Trying to go to college and be like the white man and get a Fortune 500 job, corporate job, you're not going to prosper at it. Want to be a rapper? You're not going to prosper at it. Look at Trouble. He just got murdered. You're not going to prosper at it. Nothing you do, you're going to prosper. You're not going to prosper at it because you don't keep the Lord first. You keep the love of money first. Keep the love of getting women first. You're not going to prosper at anything in life. Nothing. And that's going to trickle down to your kids not prospering either. Because you're not trying to keep the Lord first. That's what's going to happen. You're not going to prosper in any of your ways. You want to be a basketball player? Want to be a hoop star? The next LeBron James? You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You want to be the next Dressbrook? You're not going to do it. You're going to want to be the next, I don't know who's a good football player. Lamar Jackson? You're not going to do it. You want to be the next Floyd Mayweather? You're not going to do it if you don't keep the Lord first. But you have to keep the Lord first so the Lord can be with you when you're out there trying to do it. Or you're just going to break your ankle and never play that sport again. You're going to spend all this time trying to get to the pros, break your ankle, and never play again. Hey, that's just what happens, man. Keep going, Oxalaki.
I don't want concert.
What time is it? 8:26. All right.
I don't want concert. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
You're going to be oppressed and spoiled evermore. You're going to be oppressed, rotten evermore. Just oppressed. That's it. Ask Bobby Brown. He was oppressed and he was rich. He was oppressed so much he had to do drugs. Same thing with his wife. He lost his wife and his daughter. In 1 year, he lost his wife. The next year, he lost his daughter. He was oppressed. Ask Michael Jackson. He was oppressed. He was rich. And he was on a tour called The Last Tour. This is it. But he had to go back out on tour. Michael Jackson, the greatest entertainer for the past 40, 50 years, had to be on tour just so he could make some money. Wow. Ask Prince. Prince was out there in front of a Walmart asking for people to help him get prescription drugs because he was oppressed. Michael K. White. He was rich, movies, all that. And they found him dead in his penthouse off fentanyl. Ooh-wee. And the list goes on, brother. The list goes on. It's never going to stop. It's never going to end. It's always going to be oppression. Until Christ returns. What are you going to do with that oppression? Are you going to continue to disobey the Most High? Or are you going to grow up? Are you going to grow up? And no, black woman, you're not grown because you pay a couple bills. You're not grown because you have sex with many different men and raise a child to be the same way. No, that don't make you grown. You're grown when you start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you start to live. That don't make you grown. What makes you grown is getting into this class and learning your heritage, learning your culture, and doing what the Most High says, no matter what. Yes, brother, that's what makes you grown, brother. Getting in this class and doing what the Lord said, no matter what, no matter if your wife left you, no matter if she took your kids away from you, doing what the Lord said do, no matter what. Keep going up.
Kind of one concert. Thou shalt be wrought a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Is betrothed.
Betrothed a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Stop. Don't that happen? Ain't that happen with Trouble?
Yeah.
That happened with Trouble. He was with the woman that Trouble was with him for a week, but she left the brother that she was with for 3 years. She was with that brother for 3 years and left him and was with Trouble the next week. And for that, Trouble had to die because adultery is real. Sleeping with another brother's wife is real. So you have a wife and another brother gets to sleep with her. And women, how can you let another brother sleep with you when you have a man that you've been with for 3 years? Then that brother, you was never really with that brother in the first place. That's not your first time stepping out on that brother. That's just the first time he caught you. You dig? That's just the first time he caught you because you were so comfortable in doing it. Like you was doing it already. But that's what happens when you raised in a household where every week your mama has a new man in the house. So I'm gonna call him Daddy, Uncle Daddy. That's what happens. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Huh? We almost done. We almost done, nephew. Yes. You feel me? We almost done, man. Just give us a little bit more time. You got the key, Kendall. Right? And that's what happens. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Keep reading on that. You will betroth the wife and another man will lie with her. Brother, how many brothers have had that happen? Raise a hand if you ever had a woman and she let it and another brother. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody. Because women are unruly these days. First sign of trouble, they go out and sleep with another brother. Horrible. Just horrible. But that's what happens. Keep going.
Come on, concert. Thou shalt build an house.
Right?
And thou shalt not dwell therein.
Man, you know who built all them big, nice, beautiful houses? My Hispanic brothers. They built those houses and they don't even get to live in the house similar to that. They live in a broken down home in the ghetto. 9.
Yeah.
We're on 29.
28, but 29. No, 30.
Oh, we're on 30?
Yeah, we're on 30.
All right. But that's what happens now. That's what happens. The White House, black men built the White House. Designed it. I don't know if they designed it, but they built the White House. And it's forever going to be the White House. You know what I mean? Niggas never going to dwell in there. Ever.
Burn it down.
Yeah, right? I'm going to ask for Salakia, sir. You know what I'm talking about? Can I burn it? Can I be the one to burn it? No? All right. No sweat. I tried. You know what I mean? What do you ask of me? You know what I'm talking about? What is your order, sir? What can I do? Just you know what I'm talking about? You feel me? You tell me sit on the sideline and clap. No sweat. You feel me? Most High in Christ. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You feel me? I'm gonna be on the sideline clapping it up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just here to follow orders. I'm just here to follow orders. Keep going.
Kind of one concert. Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Right. You should plant a vineyard and not gather the grapes thereof. You're not going to gather them grapes. Somebody else is going to gather them grapes. That happened. That happened. That happened plenty of times to us. Keep going.
Kind of one concert. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
There we go. Thine ox should be slain before thine eyes. Y'all know when the what's name was Flagia. When the white man came over here, they started slaughtering the ox and the buffalo of the Native Americans. Y'all know that? You wanna know why? I don't know. They don't know either because they didn't even eat it or use it for shelter or anything. They just killed the ox and killed the buffalo because they're murderers. That's why. They didn't even use it for food. There's pictures that you can find on the internet with the white man just sitting on top of a whole herd of slaughtered buffalo. They were like, I can see if you were going to, obviously, if you was killing all the buffalo, like, y'all not going to use it, we going to use it. You know what I'm talking about? This is ours. No, they just killed it and left it there, set it afire. Like,
this is like what they do to this day is go kill deer to cut a head off and put it on the plaque.
Yeah, put it on the plaque. Yeah, because they're murderers. They're wicked men. But that's what you know what I mean? Because the Indians used to use, the Native Americans used to use buffalo for teepees, clothing, food, all that. You know what I'm talking about? So they killing the buffalo off. They killing like a whole supply. Yeah, a whole supply of something. Like, damn, y'all really don't give it. Like, you feel me? Y'all really trying to play like this? Okay. That's why I give kudos to Geronimo, man. You know what I'm talking about? I was listening to his autobiography the other day, man. Geronimo and his homeboys was serious. You feel me? They'll go into a settlement 3-4 deep and get to killing people. You know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They wasn't playing. You know what I'm talking about? They wasn't playing. Like they was really like, either you gonna kill us or we gonna kill you, but we're not going into no reservations until like they had to go into the reservation. And even when they went to the reservation, Geronimo was he'll kill somebody and escape. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Kill somebody and go back into the wilderness. You feel me? Like, I'm out. You feel me? I don't dig with y'all. You feel me? Like, I'll do a class on it one day. But let's keep reading.
You know where we at?
I'm gonna start over. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
Right.
And thou shalt not eat thereof.
Right.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face.
Right. That's what they did. In the Trail of Tears, they didn't have no pack mules no more. They took their pack mules and told them, walk. You feel me? You walk. Like, what? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's real like that. It was real like that back then. Nowadays, we look back on it like and celebrate 4th of July. Our people do. You dig what I'm saying? we look back on the Trail of Tears. We just celebrated what was it called? Juneteenth, right? And then now we're gonna go celebrate 4th of July. That makes no sense. Oh, you got go. What's up?
Oh, so I didn't even know it was 4th of July coming up until someone told me at work. He told me that it was, or if he asked me if I was coming to work during the weekend. I was like, nah. He said, well, it's a 4-day weekend. I was like, what? He said, yeah, we don't work Monday. I was like, why don't we work Monday? He's like, 4th of July. I was like, oh, I had completely forgotten about it.
Hey, I didn't remember until I was on the phone with the doctor's office. And she was like, yeah, we're closed on Monday. It's a holiday. I said, it is? I told her, what holiday? She said, 4th of July. I said, you damn sure it is 4th of July. You feel me? You damn sure it is.
But this just goes to show that Black Hispanics and Native Americans, they only just, even the ones that celebrate only celebrating it because of the heathens are celebrating it because the heathens go dress up in flag pants, flag shirts and stuff, and those people, they use it for cookouts and to be with they family, but they just doing it because the heathens have told them to do it. It's a holiday.
You're right. But that's like every other holiday, every other hell day. Yeah. They work you all year. Then Christmas comes around, they give you Christmas off and the day after or the day before and the day before. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you like, damn, I ain't seen my family in forever. Might as well go see them. Might as well the Christmas spirit. You know what I mean? It's all a plot. It's a plan. You know what I mean? That's like Labor Day. You get a 3-day weekend. Yo, yeah, I got a 3-day week of Labor Days. I might as well barbecue, cook something. How about you go to camp? How about you go sit at camp, get your notes out, ask all the questions you want to ask. You know what I mean? Why don't you find the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge class to get into? Because they're going to be class. There's going to be class. Why don't you find one of them classes to get into? Get there. Do what you have to do to get there. Since you're off of work, hey, see what you can do. Go get some church's chicken and bring it to class for the priests. You feel me? Why don't you go do that? And the Lord would be looking down like, all right. He went to go. They went instead of cooking barbecuing for Labor Day, they went to go get some fried chicken for the priest at the school. You know what I'm talking about? And went to class. You know what I'm talking about? And fed everybody at the class. It was like, yeah, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm talking about? Then maybe the Lord will have mercy on you. Just maybe. Keep going on.
And shall not be restored to thee.
Right, and it's not going to be restored to thee. You're not going to get paid back. You're not. You're not going to get paid back for the ox they killed and the mules they took and everything they spoiled from you. You're not going to get paid back from it. Yeah. And they're looking at you like, who cares? Who gives a damn? You know what I'm talking about? They're looking at you like, nigga, we gave you the reservation. You feel me? No, they're looking at you like, we gave you the reservation, and then they took the reservation back in North Dakota for the North Dakota pipeline. What kind of sense does that make? Go ahead, keep going.
Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them.
That's still 31?
No, sir, that's, or you kind of concentrate.
Yeah.
And then next to 32.
It's talking about your cattle. And you're not going to have no way, you have no power in your hand to get them back. To rescue your sheep, your lambs, your oxen, nothing. You're just going to have to take it. Because we want to not listen to the Lord. We're going to have to just take it. Y'all don't get upset. That doesn't make you mad enough to get into the school and go to camp. Doesn't make you mad enough to get rank and teach class. It doesn't make you mad enough to do what the Lord says. It makes me mad. Makes me upset. But I get angry and I sin not. I guess it just makes y'all angry enough to keep sinning. Keep going on.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Start that over.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Stop. When we got off those slave ships, right? What they say? They say, I got a family here. I got a family here. The boy going for boy going for 20 shekels. The girl's going for 30. He's a good breeder. She's a good breeder. Got good teeth. Come from a good stock. Just look at the mama. Look at the daddy. 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Can I hear 35? 35, 35, 35. Sold to the man with the top hat. That's what happened. They gave them to another people. Your children and your daughters giving them to another people. Do y'all think? Can y'all think of something? Can y'all think of something more recent about having your children given unto another people? If it is
the people that came from Rio, when they took their kids away from, they was taking kids.
You talking about the border?
Yeah.
Yep, and they were separating them from their parents and putting them in concentration camps and making them sleep with foil blankets. And they're trying to tell me Mexicans aren't Israelites. They just that's their argument. Mexican aren't Israelites. They don't have they're not dark-skinned. That's their argument. That's their argument. But do they not realize that they bear the record? They bear the curses of the Most High? Even though they say that they're not Israelites, the Most High just said that they're Israelites. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Officer Dawid was talking about how the lady had her kids playing in the front yard, and somebody came and swooped up the baby and drove off. You know how many times that happens every day for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Children just come up missing. Then they find them in the freezer. Remember Kanisha Jenkins? Is it Kanisha Jenkins? You remember that a couple years ago, where she went missing at the hotel party?
I think I do remember that.
But then they found her in the freezer. It makes no sense of how this happens all the time. But they say they're not Israelites, but they bear the curses of the Most High. The Most High called them Israelites. Most High called them Israelites because of that right there. Go ahead, keep going. So
and thine eyes shall look and fell with longing for them all the day long.
Right now at the border, there's like 15,000 kids missing. 15,000 kids missing, and their parents like, I don't know what happened to my kids. Right now. Amber alerts go every day, and there's an Amber alert coming on your phone. You feel me? I remember a couple years ago in DC, it was like 52 women went missing in like a 24-hour period. It's like, and they wasn't even like they were like teenage women, teenage girls that went missing in 24 hours. You feel me? It's just too much. It's not. What can I say? It's not fathomable. You can't fathom it. And for these women out here to be like, I can protect myself. No, you can't. No, you can't. That's why here in this school, right, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, when women go out to their cars to leave from class, a brother escorts them and their children. Because I'd be damned if somebody comes missing on my watch. I'd be damned about that. Somebody gets robbed or harmed in front of my school on my watch. And I want everybody to have that same intensity and that same that same being diligent on Shamar when I'm not there. Do you understand? Do y'all understand? It should be the same way when I'm not there. No sister should be walking to their car alone at night. Because that's how people come up missing. Keep reading.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Right.
Verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest.
Keep going. We already went over something like that. Keep going.
Not eat up.
What time is it?
8:50.
Yeah, let's get one more. Keep going.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away.
Right. We're going to be only oppressed. Only oppressed. It's like everything that we brought out today is oppression. And we've been getting this oppression for past 500, 600 years. Hell, since Christ left. You know what I'm talking about? Since Christ, before Christ, and you know what I'm talking about? Since he left, we have been feeling the same oppression. When does it end? It starts with us first. It starts with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Give me that where it says, I think it's Matthew chapter 24, chapter 15 or 24. And it says, go and preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Or maybe it was 10 and 5. Matthew 10 and 5. Somebody find it. Somebody find it. It's one of those where it says, go and preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Matthew 10 and 5 is these 12 Jesus sent forth. Oh yeah. Go now into the way of the Gentiles, into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not.
Yeah. Rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? And does it say saying that the kingdom of heaven is at hand? Right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Right. Don't go into the way of the Gentiles. Don't go into the way of the Gentiles. Go to who we were speaking to tonight. Go to them. The lost in spirit. Go to them. The ones that have no hope. The ones that feel like they have nowhere to go. Keep going.
Saying, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
And don't go into the cities of the Samaritans. Don't enter into those cities, because your people ain't there. But you know where your people is? In the ghetto, in the barrios. That's where your people is. In the reservations. That's where your people is. Where there's crack vials and drug vials everywhere stepping on. Where you go to the park and there's gun shells, gun casings, you know what I mean? Bullet casings everywhere. Because Pookie was just murdered there last night. Keep going.
Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right. Go to those blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the ghettos and the barrios. Go to Darnell. Go to Paco. Right? Go to Paco. Go to Little Mousy. Go to Little Bear. Go to them. Go to them because they're the one who need it. The lost sheep of the house of Israel. They're the ones who need the word. They're the one who needs to be saved. Everybody don't need to be saved, but they need to be saved from their enemies. Keep going.
Verse 7. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Your rulership is at hand, black man. Because we've been going through all these curses, but we're going to get those blessings. And do you want to get those blessings or do you want to die? It's that simple. Life and death. Do you want to get those blessings or do you want to die? Christ is not coming back with rainbows and hugs and kisses and bunny rabbits that lay eggs. He's coming back with the sword. He's coming back to put people to death, man. There's going to be a lot of fire and brimstone when he comes. It's not going to be no game. He's not handing out hugs. It's not going to be a kissing booth. It's not going to be ring tosses and what's the little basketball game. It's not going to be that when Christ returns. It's not going to be a church fair, a church cookout, picnic. It's not going to be that. But it's going to be death. Dead bodies everywhere. Heads rolling everywhere. Because Christ ain't no punk. Yahweh Shai Mashiach ain't no punk. He wants warriors. He doesn't want men wearing skinny jeans and women he doesn't want men in hoochie daddy shorts. He wants men in boots, fringes, warriors. Doesn't want women wearing booty shorts. He wants women wearing beautiful dresses with head wraps on. That's what he wants. With their head bowed. Saying con out of one con, sir. Get our mind right. Doesn't want hoes. And he doesn't want whoremongers. He wants men and women in order. And with that, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And I pass the class over to young man Kendall.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Maishra means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Memorial blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month. Starts Sunday, 25th September 2022. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And that concludes the Isupk security announcements.
Oh, you ready? All right, with that, I imagine we're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Harpadam, which means sorry and turn face to east.
Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabashamayim,
Shabashemaya,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Haya,
Aya,
Shamka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malatwaka,
Malakwaska,
Daba'a,
Tabah,
Ratazayaka,
Ratazayaka,
Haya,
Haya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'arataza,
Ba'arataza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Haya,
Haya,
Bashamayim,
Bashemayim,
Natananao,
Luthalanao,
Lakam,
Lakam,
Ka,
Kal,
Yawam,
Yuwam,
Wasalaknao,
Wasalaknao,
Kabawatnao,
Kawalaknao,
Kasalaknao,
Kasalaknao,
Kabiwatinao,
Kawawafinao,
Walala,
Walala,
Daba'ainao,
Dabi'ainao,
Banasai 1,
Banasai 1,
Abba,
Abal,
Hayusainao,
Hayashainao,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Walala,
Walala,
Watapara,
Watapara,
Lalam,
Lagulamim,
Amen.
Aman.
It's like what we said was.
And this is the prayer in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which are in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be our name.
Hallowed be thy name.
My bad. Hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom
thy
Thy
kingdom,
kingdom
come,
come,
thy will be done
thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us for our debts
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever so be it.
forever so be it.
Amen.
You had to say amen. Amen is so be it.
Okay. Oh, man.
Guess I ain't know how to break it up.
All right, so we go sorry, turn the face to brothers for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah, Yad Matah. Now we're going to sorry, turn the face of sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Latam Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Yad Matah. Class dismissed.